Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chef Pam and this is Chef'n More. And today we are going to be making jalapeno popper slices. Yes! And if you want to learn how to make all kind of food and dishes homemade, the easy and simple way, subscribe so that you won't miss any of my videos and tap that bell so you will always get notified. We're gonna get started right now. Okay guys, I have a simple jar of jalapeno slices and they are in liquid, so we're going to have to take them out. I like the slices, they're just whole slices. They do have the seeds in them, guys, so they are hot. Yes, they actually have the seeds in them and we are leaving them there. So I just want to take out the little straggly pieces like this. You can fry them up, but I just like the circles, the round circles. I think the presentation looks good and they're just a little bit easier to batter up and fry. So we have a lot of broken pieces in this jar and I like to take those out, not throwing them away, because when I use the jalapenos and I need to just dice them up in another dish, those little pieces are perfect. Yes. So we're just going to get a few out of here, just pick through them. And guys, like I said, you don't have to pick through them. You can fry them all up. They all taste the same. They're all yummy. They're all good. But I just like to get the circles out. So bear with me here for a moment while I pick through here and get all the little pieces out so that we'll have nothing but circles. Yes, I cannot wait. I love heat in my food. It's one of my favorite things. All right. Just gonna pick through here and get all the ones that I can see readily so that we'll have nice circles to fry up. Just let's get a few more. I'm not going to do the whole jar, guys. Just a few more. And we're gonna dig in, but keep in mind, they are hot. Yes. Okay, just a few more pieces here and we will be done. Yes. Okay, see guys, they're draining and we have enough. I'm just going to take these and put them back in the jar for future use. Now we can go ahead and make our batter for these jalapenos. Yum. Okay guys, we're going to make a tempura batter. We have flour here, an egg, and then we have also ice cold water. Now guys, the water really needs to be ice cold. If you need to put a few ice cubes in to make sure you have ice cold water, do so. And my strainer here is so that we can actually sift the flour. So let's go ahead and crack this egg and we're going to beat it up really well. We want to make sure there's the yolk and the white is mixed properly so that we don't have any white strokes in there, or streaks rather. So let's just go ahead and beat this up really well. Okay guys, and now after we get that beat, we add our cold water to the egg. So just pour it right in and then you need to beat again to get that well mixed in. So we're just going to beat this really well, and now we get to add our flour in next. All right, so that's where the strainer comes in at. You want to sift the flour. Now you can use a regular sifter if you have one, but if not, just a regular mesh strainer will do just fine, guys. And we're sifting the flour so that we can make sure that it's not any lumps or clumps in our flour, that it's nice and smooth. And guys, don't skip any of these steps. They are all necessary so that your batter will come out light and fluffy in texture, but be really crispy. That nice, yummy tempura batter that we love to taste on a lot of different seafoods, shrimp, things like that, where you have that light, flaky crust, but it's just so crispy. Okay, so we've just about got our flour sifted here. And now we're going to get this mixed up. So you're going to have to whisk this together really well to make sure it's nice and smooth. So we're going to get this all mixed up and then we're going to let it sit for about 10 minutes so that the water can soak up some of this flour. Yes, okay guys, just about done here. Then we can head on over to the stove so that we can then get our jalapenos all fried up. So guys, just let it sit to the side for maybe about 10 minutes. Let some of that water soak up. Okay, now we've got our batter done. We've got our jalapenos separated, and we're just going to put them in here. You want to put them in the batter. You can kind of just dump them in. I just kind of place them and then I dump some in. It doesn't matter. We're going to just get them in our batter really well. Our oil has heated up to about medium-high heat. And just push them down in there to make sure they're well coated. Then we're going to pick them up with our fork one by one and not drop them, guys. Don't drop them, but place them gently in the oil. You don't want to drop them, they will splatter. So just place them one by one in the oil. And when you're doing this, guys, they're so small, you're going to get little pieces of batter that's going to drip into the oil, and that's okay because you put these jalapenos into this batter. It's actually flavored, this batter, to taste like jalapenos. So when you get them out, you'll have the jalapenos, but you'll also have all these little crispy pieces of batter. Yum! Those taste delicious. They'll be lightly salty and crunchy and taste just like jalapenos, and they're just little pieces of batter. So it's okay, just let them fry up. Take them out when you take out the peppers. And you want to make sure that even though you're putting them in there, as you can see, they're kind of floating, congregating together. That's okay as long as they're not sticking together. And then we're going to stir them up after we get them all in there, just to make sure that none of them are sticking, and you still will have separate pieces of jalapeno popper slices. Yes, I think we've gotten them all out. Nope, there's one more in there. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my tongs or spoon here and go ahead and make sure they're good and separated. Just push them around a little bit. They're browning. There's no need to really turn them over. You can turn them over slightly, but they'll brown just as they are. And I'm going to dump the rest of these in there because then we'll be done. After we get this second batch made, just push those down while the other ones are frying so they can kind of sit in the batter for a second. And as soon as you take these out, you'll be ready to put those in the oil. And I have a little salt here because, as usual, whenever you're frying up anything, you want to salt it just a little bit when they first come out of the fryer. That way that salt can melt. That heat will melt the salt and they'll be nice, crispy, just a tad bit salty. And that's just what we want. And these, I think, are just about ready, guys. I think these are ready to come on out. And I've got my wire rack over here. Although these are pretty small, they're probably going to fall through the wire rack some, but that's okay. I'll get as many as I can on top of that rack. So I'm just going to take my slotted spoon here so that I can drain the oil, because picking these up one by one will take too long and they'll probably start to burn, and we don't want that. Okay, so just dip them out, guys, and get them over here to cool. Then we're going to get our second batch done, and then we'll be done, guys. It'll be time to eat. Yes, I cannot wait. All right. Okay, guys, we've got our second batch just about done here. And as you can see, they are staying on top of the wire rack, and they are nice and crispy. So let's go ahead and get this second batch out. And then, guys, we can sit down and have us some jalapeno slices. Yes, this tempura batter is nice and light and fluffy and crispy. Just what you want, the perfect texture. Okay, guys, we have a few more to get out of here and we are done. Yes, and I cannot wait. All right, guys, get these last ones out of there. Yes, we are all done. Let's put a little salt on them. You want to always make it rain. Put your salt on up high and let it fall down on there. These are awesome. Look at that, guys. Nice and crispy jalapeno slices. Yes, look at that, guys. Don't they look delicious? And guys, if you like these how-to videos, consider supporting me on Patreon. I have the link in the description. And then feel free, leave me some comments. Tell me how your jalapenos turned out. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And guys, subscribe so you won't miss any of my videos. Give me a thumbs up and hit that bell so you'll get notified. Thanks for watching. See you next time.